Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। सच्चिदानंद गोविंद प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा, दंडवत प्रभु। हरे कृष्णा।
Are we okay to start प्रभु जी?
Yes, Lord.
Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam. Welcome to Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Today we are very fortunate to have the association of His Grace Satcitananda Govinda Prabhu, who will be sharing the nectar from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 5, chapter number 2, sloka number 8 and 9. Hare Krishna Prabhu ji, over to you Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिधि नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजना, यशोद नंदना व्रज जनरंजना। यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद हे अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nitai Gaura Hare Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Radha Shyama Sundar Bhagavan ki, Shri Radha Vido ki, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maiya ki, Govinda Bhagavan ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna, welcome all of you for today's wonderful Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. We're going to read from Canto 5, Chapter 2, text number 8 and 9.
Prabhuji, your voice is volume is little low, Prabhuji.
Go? Okay. Now it's okay?
Now it is better, Prabhuji.
Shall I wear a headphone?
You can try, Prabhuji.
It's okay, Prabhu? Hare Krishna?
Yes, little better, Prabhuji, little better.
Only little better. That's all.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Okay.
That's okay, Prabhuji. We can start, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna. So the text number 8, what is it? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Nyasam Tado Jayam Budiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Kopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Govindaya Namo Namah Govindaya Namo Namah. Very well. Text number 8, chapter 2, canto 5. Bhano imo bhagavato tatapatra patro santo apunka ruchiro adhigmadanto kasmai yuga sasi vane vicharam na vidma Kemayano Jadadiyam Tava Vikramo Astu. Translation for Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation for it. Then Agnidhara observed the glancing eyes of Purvachitti and said, My dear friend, you have two very powerful arrows, namely your glancing eyes. These arrows have feathers like the petals of your lotus flower. Although they have no shaft, they are very beautiful. and they have very sharp, piercing points. They appear very peaceful, and thus it seems that they will not be shot at anyone. You must be loitering in this forest to shoot those arrows at someone. But I cannot understand whom. My intelligence is dull, and I cannot combat you. Indeed, no one can equal you in prowess. And therefore, I pray that your prowess will be for my good fortune. For Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Agnidhara thus began appreciating Purochitti's powerful glance upon him. He compared its glancing eyes to very sharp arrows. Although your eyes were beautiful as lotuses, they were simultaneously like shaftless arrows. And Agnidhara was therefore afraid of them. He hoped that her glance upon him would be favorable because he was already captivated and more captivated, and it became the more impossible it would be for him to remain without her. Agnidhara therefore prayed to Puruchiti that her glance at him would be auspicious, not futile. In other words, he prayed that she would become his wife. Hare Krishna. Text number 9. Shishye ime bhagavata varita padanti gayanti sama sagara sarahasyam ajasram isham yushpat chitta viluluta sumono abhiprishtaha sarve vajanti rishigana iva veda sakaha. Translation from Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Seeing the bumblebees following Purochiti, Maharaja Agnidhara said, My dear Lord, the bumblebees surrounding your body are like disciples surrounding your worshipable self. They are incessantly chanting the mantras of the Samaveda and the Upanishad, thus offering prayers to you just as the great sages resort to the branches of the Vedic literature. The bumblebees are enjoying the showers of flowers falling from your hair. No purport. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakayam Sakshuro Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadanti Supadadikam Vandegam Shri Guru Shri Yuda Pada Kavalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sakardatam Sargana Raghunathabitam Samsadivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sargana Lita Shri Vishakha Vitam Cha Vacha kalpadurupasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha padikānaṁ pāvanebhyo vaishnavyo namo namaha mūgam karoti vācālam pangam langete girim yat krupā tavaham vande Shri Guru dīnadārinam paramananda madhavam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Om Tatsat. Hare Krishna. Oh, I'll remove this microphone. Maybe disturbing for it.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Now it's clear, Prabhu, you can hear?
It is better, Prabhuji. It is little louder, actually.
Yeah. So today we are in the text of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 2, text number 8 and 9. So in this, Agnidhara, son of Priyavata, is glorifying the Apsara sent by Brahma. So in this translation purport, the main important point is, now you can see, if you see Here Agnidhara is glorifying the eyes of Purvachitti. He is glorifying like your eyes are like a lotus petals, it's like arrows without shaft. Is like very peaceful. In this way, is glorifying the glance of Purvachitti. So, in the translation and the purport, we can understand the main important point is glancing eyes. So, the eyes are so powerful. So, whenever we see the person, we see the eyes of the person. So, by seeing the eyes, we know his mood, what is his mood is. Whether it's angry mood or very smiling face, smiling mood. So here, by seeing the eyes of Purvachitti, Agnidhara is glorifying the eyes of Purvachitti. So what we can understand from this in connection with our Krishna consciousness actually. So the glancing eyes is very important in this, in the text. So in Prabhupada, as we know in Srimad Mahabharata, so why the glancing eyes of the Lord is so powerful. So you see, the materially Uruchiti also have so much power in her eyes. What to speak about the Lord Himself? I just connect this with the Lord pastime. So you see in the Mahabharata, the Lord diminished the duration of life of the opposite party, the Duryodhana party, Kauravas, by his merciful glance. By the glance, he took all the eyes, the lifespan of Kauravas, just by glance. See the power of Lord eyes, the glance of Lord eyes. So by getting the darshan, by darshan of the Lord, his glance is falling upon us. That's the reason we are going to temple. So normally we will say that I am going to see the Lord. What we can see the Lord, it's not possible at all with our material eyes. So Lord is seeing us. He is giving his glance upon us. He is giving the Karunya Kataksha upon us. So by giving the glance towards this Kaurava, he took all the lifespan of Kaurava just by glance. So Krishna walked between Kauravas and Pandavas. He just glanced upon the Kauravas, he took all the lifespan of Kauravas. So in this way, we can see how the powerful the Lord glance is. Most powerful. Even the next level you can see, we are also having eyes, Lord also having his Karunya Kataksha. In Mahabharata war, in a Kaurava side, people are also dying. They are not just simply dying, they are seeing the Lord and dying. And went back to spiritual world. See the power of eyes. Just by seeing the Lord, they went back to spiritual world. So the eyes are very powerful. Why because Jnanendriya. The eyes is one of the Jnanendriya. By seeing, we can get some knowledge. So all the Kauravas, when they're dying, the soldiers of the Kaurava side, by seeing the Lord, they went back to spiritual world. So if we die at home, there is no chance. Correct? So they assembled in the war field. By the mercy of the Lord, they got a chance to see the Lord. While they are leaving the body, they went back to spiritual world. This is the power of eyes, the power of glance, the Karunya Kataksha of the Lord. In this way, what the Lord do is everything is good. Even one more pastime in Mahabharata, the passing away of Bhishma Deva in the presence of Lord Krishna. So wonderful chapter. So what he was doing? He was looking at the Lord's face and he was leaving the body. He was glorifying the Lord. By seeing you just took away all the lifespan of Kaurava by giving a glance. Give me a glance so that I can go back to spiritual world, Vaikuntha Dham. So in this way, Bhishma Deva also got liberation from this material world by just seeing the Lord. And Lord also seeing Bhishma Deva. He is giving his Karunya Kataksha upon Bhishma Deva. His merciful glance. So in this way, we can see how the glance is so powerful, whether in the spiritual world or in the material world. So here Agnidhara, by seeing the eyes, is so attracted. But in Kanchipuram also, in Srirangam also, we know the pastime. By seeing the Lord's Ranganath eyes, he became a devotee. So powerful, Lord glance is. So, what is the seeing the Lord? Even Chaitanya Charitamrita also, we can see the pastime of Haridas Thakur. He was praying to the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my dear Lord, when I was leaving the body, I want to see you. There's a boon you asked from Mahaprabhu. I want to see when I am leaving the body. So, seeing the Lord means we will not see again the birth, death, old age, and disease. Seeing the Lord means we will not see again the birth, death, old age, and disease. That means there is no rebirth, no punarvivaranam, punaripicharanam. So since the people are going to the temples, Tirupati, so many holy places, because Lord, they want to take shelter of Lord, merciful glance. By his glance, what happens? It takes in all anattas, all the papas, everything. So, even you are offering bhova to the Lord in the temple or at home, by giving just his glance, he is removing all the anattas from the contamination from the food. He make the bhova as a prasad by just big glance. So how powerful the glance is, Lord glance. Even when you go to Vrindavan, there's one place called Mansarovar. In Mansarovar, Lord Shiva, he want to participate in Rasa dance. For that, he was praying to Radharani, Srimati Radharani. He wrote Radha Kripa Kataksha. Kataksha means glance. See, everyone in this material world, they want a glance, right? Glance of Lord, Radha Kripa Kataksha. He wrote, he not wrote, he just prayed to Lord Radharani. Radha Kripa Kataksha, Stavaraja. When Radharani accepted his prayer, I took bath in Mansarovar, became a gopi. So if you go to Vrindavan, there's one temple called Bhuteshwar Mahadev. No, not Bhuteshwar, Gopeshwar Mahadev. Morning time is dressed like a Shiva. Evening, he became a gopi. By Kataksha of Radharani, He became a gopi. He participated in the Rasa Leela Lord. This is called Kataksha. So, what is very important here in this verse is a glance. We want the glance of the Lord upon us. So, in the material world, we are eyes and we don't see. We are ears, but we don't hear. We are mind, but we don't think. We have eyes, but we don't see. We see only the material things. We don't see the Lord. Seeing the Lord, we can see the Lord's purpose mentioned many purpose. Seeing the Lord means we have to hear about the Lord. People are having ears, but they hear not. They will not. So by seeing means we have to hear. By hear we can see the Lord. They have mind, but they don't think. That's the Prabhupada said, always think of Krishna, never forget Krishna. So if you have mind, think of Krishna. Then all the senses become purified. So whenever we go to the temple, we have to pray to the Lord, my dear, please give your mercy upon us. By his glance, by his darshan, we get purified. There is no birth, death, and old age disease. That's what Lord giving his mercy to his devotee. So this Jnanendriya, we have 5 Jnanendriya, ears, skin, eyes, tongue, and nose. Through this we get knowledge. By seeing the Lord, we get knowledge. Oh, how beautiful he is. His eyes are like lotus petals. His smiling is a mandagasa vadana. So by tongue, we chant his holy name. By nose, we know Tulsi or flowers. We get yarn, knowledge through this knowledge of its senses. So in this way, we should pray to the Lord, please give your merciful glance upon him. This is what all the gopis, they are standing the queue. When Krishna was finishing his Gocharan Leela, after visiting all the 10 Tolvanas, he comes back in the evening and all the gopis will be standing the queue to see the Lord. Because seeing the Lord means Lord also will see us actually. So they want the Lord glance upon them. All the gopis are standing in the queue. The Godhuri, in the evening time around 5 o'clock. So in this way, they're all waiting to take darshan of the Lord so that they have the Lord glance upon them. So in this way, in this text, here Agnidhara is glorifying the eyes. See, even when it's glorifying the Puruchitti, there's a spiritual connection is there. The next text you can see. So this is the consciousness is very pure. Even the seeing the beautiful lake, the Apsara, they're comparing their beauty with the creation, Lord creation. So one time Prabhupada was walking in New York, that time the winter time. So they're walking in the park. So sudden there's a cold wind, very low temperature. So the disciples forgot to bring coat. the winter coat for Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada said, don't worry, Krishna is embracing me. So even the cold wind, Prabhupada, he can see the Lord embrace him. This is pure devotee. Agnidhara also, even next verse you can see, is comparing the with Samaveda, so many things. I will go to the next text. How the conscious is very pure. So you can see Prabhupada, when you read Prabhupada Leelamrita, each and every activity you see Krishna. So in the text number 9, the translation is seeing the bumblebees following the Purva Maharaja Agnidhara said, my dear Lord, the bumblebees surrounding your body are like a disciple surrounding your worshipful self. See how is the comparison is. So here there is a hidden truth in this translation. Here, Prabhupada, here you can see the qualification of disciple in the translation. The bumblebees surrounding your body are like a disciple surrounding your worshipful self. So surrounding means, the meaning of surrounding is always be in touch with the spiritual master by following the instruction. That's a surrounding the spiritual master. That's one meaning you can see from this. Also, they are incessantly chanting the mantra of Samaveda and Upanishad. So we are also chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in this text, we can understand what is the qualification of the disciple. So Shankarshan Prabhu yesterday gave me the text. Night I saw what we can understand from this, but finally I got the point that is what is the qualification of the disciple. We have to surround always the spiritual master, following the instruction, and chant the holy name, which is given by the spiritual master, and chant Srimad Bhagavatam prayers. We have to offer praise to the spiritual master. In this way, we can attain the perfection. So, in this verse, is mentioned the qualification of disciple. In Srimad Bhagavatam also, 11th canto, chapter 10, text number 6, this one verse is mentioned what is the qualification of the bona fide disciple. Normally we search for bona fide spiritual master. As I said earlier, are we bona fide? So what is the qualification of the bona fide disciple? So it's a very wonderful verse. Amanya Masuru Daksho Nirmamo Drita Sankritaha Asatparu Artha Jitnasur Anusuyo Amoghavak. So in Prabhupada is mentioned his translation, his disciple. So the disciple must have the following qualification. What are the qualifications? He must give up interest in the material body conception, bodily conception. He should give up the interest, but he should maintain the body to serve Krishna. But he should give up the interest in material body, bodily conception. I am myself, I and mine, this is bodily conception. This is the first qualification to become a bona fide disciple. The second point, he must give up material, lust, anger, greed, illusion, madness, and envy. He give up this material contamination. This is the second qualification to become a bona fide disciple. The third is he should be interested only in understanding science of God. But we have many things in our schedule. But Prabhupada clearly mentioned here, you should be interested only in understanding the science of God. Then we become bona fide disciple. The fourth, he should be ready to consider all points in this matter. So when you read Srila Prabhupada's purport, there are many points Prabhupada mentioned in his purport. Take up. You have to note it on all the points. What is the qualification of the bona fide disciple? It is not only knowing, but to follow the instruction of the spiritual master. So this is the fourth one. The fifth one, you should no longer think I am this body or this thing belongs to me. A disciple should think always it is belongs to Krishna, I am using for his pleasure. I am using only for temporary. Everything belongs to Krishna. Nirmande Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairākya Uchyate. So everything Krishna's creation only. Everything belongs to Krishna. It is nothing belongs to us. But only one thing belongs to us. That is not with Krishna. What is that? Anyone can guess?
Our anarthas and desires.
If only one thing belongs to us, it is not with Krishna. It's a bhakti.
Our anarthas and desires, Prabhuji.
It's a bhakti. The bhakti only belongs to us, but Krishna doesn't have bhakti for himself, no. That's the reason Lord Chaitanya appeared. Yeah. So only the bhakti belongs to us. So the next qualification of the disciple, one must love the spiritual master with unflinching faith. See, we can see the example of Srila Prabhupada disciple. Even though Srila Prabhupada left his world around 46 years before, still they love the spiritual master. They have unflinching faith on spiritual, his divine grace. So, love means how we can develop the love to spiritual master. By following the instruction, we can develop love for our spiritual master. We have to serve. So we can see the example, if we serve the person only, we can develop relationship with the person. Similarly, when we serve the spiritual master only, we can develop love with spiritual master. So when this is one of the qualifications. The next qualification is one must be very steady and fixed in his sadhana. One must be very steady and fixed in his sadhana. That's the thing will take back us to Godhead. So it should be very, very steady in our sadhana. So the next qualification, the bona fide disciple should be inquisitive to understand transcendental subject matter. It should be always, when you read the purport of divine Srila Prabhupada, there are many hidden treasure there in the purport. So when you keep on reading them, Krishna will reveal that we can take out the treasure from Srila Prabhupada purport. What is the treasure? It is love of God. The treasure is there in the purport of Srila Prabhupada. When you keep on reading Srila Prabhupada purport, we get the treasure of love of Krishna through his purport. The next qualification is he must not search out faults among good qualities. So, how we can understand this? Suppose you are seeing the Lord, taking darshan of the Lord, they're dressed very nicely, but you see, find some fault. This chadar should be little better, or the feathers not straight, little cross. This is the finding fault among good qualities. So one should avoid this to become a bona fide disciple. The final one is he should be no longer be interested in material topics. His only interest should be Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. So when you go to Vrindavan, you can see all the Vrajavasi, they were just only interested in Krishna and Radha, that's all. They live very simple living. So how Prabhupada got this message from Vrajadam is simple living, high thinking. They have small house, 3-4 cows. Some, most of them have no TV also. This is the principle Prabhupada was teaching because he also was a Vrajavasi. Prabhupada also. So this principle he was giving to the entire world, simple living, high thinking of Krishna and Radha. And think of how to serve spiritual master. This is the high thinking. So when you have this quality, will not have any interest in material topics. So when my last yatra, Vrindavan yatra, we went to Vrajamandal by vehicle. I was just watching the children, all the elderly people, even the small 2-year-old kid, he also say Radha Radha. Or only Radha Radha in Vrindavan. So there is no mobile with them. There is no football or volleyball. Just play with the calf. Just run like Krishna is running behind the calf and cow. Same. They also just follow. But they live very simply, but thinking of Krishna always. So in this way, we can understand how one should become bona fide disciple. When you have all this quality, you are going back home, back to God, it is guaranteed. That's what Prabhupada mentioned in his purport. So one of the texts in the 10th canto, 14th chapter, I'll just recite this verse. How the side plans are lotus feet is very powerful. Adapti devo padambujam dvaya prasad lega grihita evahi janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno nachanyageko apichiram vichinvan pada ambuja dvaja. So the Lord is giving mercy Adati Deva Padambujan Dvaya Prasada Lesa Grihita Evai. So here also is mentioned is glance. My Lord, if any was favored by even a slight trace or glance of your mercy, of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatest of your personality. Without Lord mercy, we can understand Krishna. Without Lord spiritual master mercy, we can understand Krishna. It is not possible. But Nityam and Prabhupada mentioned, but those who speculate to understand the Supreme Personality Godhead are unable to know you, even though they continue to study the Vedas for many years. So, without mercy of Lord and his pure servant, spiritual master, we cannot understand the Lord. So, one time, Prabhupada mentioning the pastime of Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma did tapas. He said, my dear Lord, I want to understand you. I want to understand about you. So, okay, Lord, okay. He was reading Vedas, so many things he was reading. The books have become like a mountain. Still, he was not able to understand. Still, he was not able to understand Lord. So, because he didn't get the mercy of the Lord. To get the mercy of the Lord, only you can understand the Lord. So, if you go to in the Vrindavan Dham, people are not very learned scholars. They are not Samavedis or Yajurvedis. No, they're simple devotee. They understood who is the Lord. So this is a simple living and high thinking. So in this way, one more sloka I will quote from the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, same chapter, chapter 14, section 58. Samastitaye pada pallavam plavam bhagat padam punyeshu murare bhava vasta padam param padam yet vipatam natesha. For those who have accepted the boat of the lotus feet of the Lord or the spiritual master, who is the shelter of the cosmic manifestation and is famous as Murari, the enemy of the Murad demon. The ocean of material world is like a water contained in a calf's footprint. Their good goal is Parampada, attaining the supreme destination. So Vaikunta, or Golak Vrindavan Dham, the place where there is no material misery, not the place where there is danger, padam, it vipadam. But material world, padam, it vipadam, the Natesha. But spiritual world, padam, ananda. Here, padam, vipadam. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is glorifying Anandamuri Vardhanam, Pradipadam, Punamrita Swadanam, Sarvatma Sanapanam, Param, Vijayate, Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. When you chant the holy name of the Lord, padam, anandam. When you don't chant padam, vipadam. That is material world. Anandamuri. It's not just like ananda. It is anandamuri, means ocean of happiness. Vardhanam pradipadam. Each and every step, every moment, we get ananda. Punamata swadanam. By chanting and hearing. This is spiritual world. That's what the translation Prabhupada mentioned. Where there is no danger in every step. That's the difference between Vaikunta and Kunta, this material world. So, What is the difference between God and man? So one time Maharaj was giving answer. What's the difference between God and man? God gives and always forgives. He is the Lord. He is giving everything as facility. So much facility is giving to material nature. But more, the man gets and always forgets. There's a difference. So Lord is giving so much for us, but we forget. So with this material world, material body, we do so much karma. So karma means all pain, so much pain for no gain. Karma means all pain for no gain. But sadhana, that's what here we, through the bona fide disciple qualification, sadhana means little pain for maximum gain. So we have to wake up in the early morning. Okay, little pain is there, but what is the gain? It's a maximum gain. We'll go back to Krishna. Haribo. Even little pain in this material world, it gives the maximum benefit for all of us. So in this way, we can understand from this text, one is glad, and is second the text, we can understand what is the qualification of the bona fide disciple. So with this, I'll conclude. Srimad Bhagavatam, Gandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Thank you very much for a very nice class. Especially when I was sharing the sloka, I was really wondering, Prabhuji will be talking about which special points from these two slokas. Thank you, Prabhu. I think you emphasized on actually three aspects. Seeing the Lord and Lord seeing us. When we are seeing how we should be seeing, we have to see through our ears. And we should always wait for Lord's merciful glance. So you quoted the example of Gopeshwar Mahadev in Vrindavan. And then Prabhuji, the next important point was about the qualifications of bona fide disciples. You also mentioned that we always talk about whether the guru is bona fide or not, but we also need to think whether the disciples, we as the disciples, how bona fide we are. And you described all the qualities of the bona fide disciples. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for the wonderful class. And I would like to request the devotees to share their comments or reflections or questions. The lines are unmuted now.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Pranam.
Previous slokas they were describing the eyebrows of Purvajit. It is equal to like a bow without a string.
Yeah.
But here the eyes have been referred to as arrows without shaft. Very nice words. Prabhu, the qualities of bona fide disciple, the reference sloka, Prabhu.
It is from 10th canto.
Yes, Prabhu.
No, sorry, 11th canto, chapter 10, text number 6.
Okay, Prabhu. 11th chapter. Okay.
11th canto, chapter 10.
10th chapter, verse number 6.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Any other questions or comments from the devotees? Okay, Prabhuji, I think there are no questions.
Okay,
we can end today's session with Vaishnava Pranam, Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhobhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namaha. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hare Krishna devotees, I will be ending the Zoom session now. Krishna willing, we will have a session tomorrow morning at 7.
Jai Jai.